little bit on that. I am going to the game on Saturday night, as a matter of fact. So we got to talk about Jimbo Fisher and Alabama. I'm in the A&M program. Dallas Cowboys, of course, playing the Rams Sunday. What time they play? Is that a noon game?
Uh, Hold on. You're asking me questions I don't know the answer to. Hold on. It is 3:25.
All right, 3:25. Cooper Cup can cover him.
Oh, we
Okay,
got somebody in here early. Look at that.
and I
NFC.
also want to talk about Aaron Judge a little bit. I don't know a whole lot about baseball.
Hold on. Well, I got some feelings about Aaron Judge too.
Well, we can talk about Aaron Judge, but I really want to talk about the guy who won or who caught the ball.
Oh,
I'm, I'm probably a little bit more interested in that part of it, what he's doing today. So appreciate y'all that are on YouTube right now in the chat.
can
One day
you?
I'll figure out how to put the TV up here, JT. You got to make sure I get the screen in here so we can, because the people can't see you
Right.
and they can't see when we have guests. They only see me. Uh, so I know we did it one time with Calvin once
Can
before, but I need to figure out how to do it again.
can you either turn the speaker down just a little bit or move the speaker farther away from you?
You got echo?
Slightly. It's more feedback. It is a.
Okay, I can try that. Don't know which one it is, but I got two. We big time. We got
Hey, appreciate you NFC being in the chat early, getting a little pre-show.
Hey, don't yell at your dad.
no, that made it worse.
I'm gonna try not to have too many hot takes today.
No, you're very opinionated. Does that help any? Did that change anything?
No, but another thing, if you don't want to turn the speakers down so people can still hear you, you might be able to turn you yourself down so that you're not so loud coming out of.
Hold on. I'll figure it out. Okay. Nope. That's worse.
No, that was worse.
All right. What about now?
Sounds the
What
same.
about now?
That was worse.
Now. No.
That's all right. It's not that bad. I mean, it's
Okay. What about now?
that's better.
I'll turn this down some too. No, I don't know anything about mixers and all that kind of stuff, so I'm just pushing buttons.
Yep,
Okay,
NFC
what about
says
now?
it's better. I think I can
Oh, he
still hear
said
myself
better.
though. Yeah, I can
Oh,
still
we
hear
got an
myself.
echo in here, don't we? Is that an echo?
Like bouncing off the walls echo, or you're hearing me twice echo.
No, I'll hear it twice. Or
Oh.
late.
Okay.
Yell again.
I think we're good.
Would this be better?
I'm good. Thank you. Okay, let's get going because
All right.
I think it's time.
Here we go.
Man, it's Wednesday night, and I am so glad and happy to be out at the Lantern Street Grill and Tap House again, located at 6205 Court Road in Plano, where We got a great crowd out here today. We got some people that think they know how to play pool. He admitted that he really didn't know how to shoot pool, so I appreciate his honesty with that. We got some people out here having a good time, eating, drinking a little bit, sipping on water, all the things that we do while we're out here at the Lantern. My water looks to be a little bit dirty, so I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, it's a great time out here. Hopefully, you guys be able to make it out here on Wednesday. We got some very special guests. We already gave away one picture today. We got people that have traveled across the city. We had what do we have? We had Wiley, we had Richardson, we had Little Elm. We got someone from Detroit, Kansas City. Oh man, they're all over the place. But thank you guys for being in right now. So here's what I want to talk about first for my run out. And JT has already told me he's got a hot take about this, but history was made with Aaron Judge hitting a 60-second home run.
I,
Broke a
I mean, I guess.
why would he, oh no, he's going to Barry Bonds
No,
already. I
no,
see
that's not
where
my
he's
gripe
going
with. That's not my
here.
gripe with him.
I see where we're going here. But anyway, so he hits this home run. It's 6 decades since someone's done this. Ironically, it's all seems like they've all come from the Yankees as well. So hats off to him. He's played his cards the right way. But that's not the part I really want to talk about. And I should have looked up the guy's name that actually caught the ball. So JT, this was kind of interesting to me. We're going to go ahead and bring JT in right now so you guys can see him. For those of you who are watching him on YouTube, JT is a co-host, a right hand man, son. He makes it all happen. So I'm very thankful for him for a lot of ways because he has also given me two grandkids. You the man, you the man. Um, and so as I got to thinking about this, there's a lot of records that are broken in sports and other things, but baseball and softball are the ones that are different because when you hit home runs like this, they don't get to keep their ball. So like Emmett Smith rushed for 2,000 yards or whatever it is, he scores a touchdown or get the most touchdowns. They get to keep the ball and run off with it and keep it. These guys, they got to go spend $1 million to get their prized possession back for their kid or their grandkid. What'd you say? Oh yes. What? Yelman? Okay. So, and what made me really think about this is JT. Even this year, I started to go back and I wanted to buy or find some of the collectibles that maybe people have of me actually playing in the National Football League or something. And one that I ran across on eBay was
1-2 mil for that ball.
yeah. So I think he's already been offered $2 million. But one of the things that was um, on eBay that I saw was actually a jersey of my first year with the Dallas Cowboys, number 30. It was a practice jersey, so it's very unique. So I don't know if they got it from
How the hell did you?
one of the one of the trainers or something. But here's the deal, and this is why it caught me. And there's nothing like this baseball, okay? But the point is still the same. They were trying to sell it for $600. Now I know that jersey only costs like 30, 30, $40 or something, right? But because it was authentic, I'd worn it, $600. So I contacted the guy and said, hey, I'm George Teague. That is my jersey. I don't mind paying for it, but I don't want to give you $600 for it. I want to give you $300 for it because I want to have it so that I can give it to my grandkid, my grandson, when he gets a little bit older, appreciates it, this kind of thing. Guy told me no. He said he wanted $600 for it. So I'm sorry, JT, I didn't buy the doggone jersey for my grandkid. I figured if he holds on to it long enough, maybe he'll hit me back. Because I don't know if anybody will buy that jersey because I'm not really associated with number 30 like I am 31. So I just wanted to have that jersey, right? So it makes me go into this. Okay, so this gentleman catches this ball. I did just read that he was offered little over $2 million for the ball.
And some Bitcoin.
Uh, Probably. But he, so my question is, should he do it? Should he actually do it now, or do you hold on to it? Do you save it? What is the real play here? Because if it's worth $2,000 now, what is it going to be worth 10 years from now? You say hold on to it, huh? So JT, what do you
Man,
I
okay.
know he's
Well,
worried about it today because they could have hit a 63rd home run today. I'm assuming you didn't. I hadn't watched any of the games or paid
no, I
attention
don't
to
think
the
he
game.
did. But I don't know. The only time I've seen Aaron Judge is during my damn college football games when I'm not trying to watch Aaron Judge at bat. But I, part of me thinks after talking to some of this is a meme right here, Diamond Hands, NFC staying to hold.
Oh,
Uh,
so what you guys
he
can't see, think on
he
that
rattled
thought. Let
me
me just tell
because
the people here, JT. Just let me tell the people here, so we can see the chat of the people from YouTube and all that kind of stuff. You guys can't really see that. So if we're making comments about certain things, you don't know what it is. I apologize, but JT has control of the YouTube chat.
John on you fried Chuck. Oh, he's here every week, and I always butcher his name. I feel like, but he says do
Man,
the right thing and give it to Judge. That is an interesting take. I was gonna say because I've talked to some of some people who have played baseball at a high level, and I was kind of lamenting how much Aaron Judge was on my TV on Saturdays, and I was saying like, hey, because then they said, oh, it's the AL record, and I was like, wait, so it's not even like the MLB record? This is just one division or one conference's record in the MLB? And his response to me was, well, the MLB actually doesn't actually know what the record is. They just assumed that Roger Maris was the last clean person to hit, and he said clean in quotes, to hit 61. So to me, it seems like if there is some kind of dispute among what the record really is, you might as well just go ahead and sell it and give it back instead of holding on to it, because I don't know that I don't know that it's gonna go up in value, to be honest. But that's just me.
Okay. Uh, I'm sorry. I'm still over here messing with this thing because I pulled my headphones off and I can kind of hear what they're hearing and it's still echoing a little bit in the building. Um, well, I don't know. I think how lucky do you have to be to catch one of those? I don't even know if that was like his first game. I just thought about, I should have went to the game first of all just to witness the act. I think that would be a pretty cool thing to see and to do.
Yeah, well, Carson Collins went. His dad, he left practice early. His dad texted him and said, "Hey, I got tickets." So he left practice to go. He said they had just got to their seats. Oh, we got somebody in the chat that is in the lantern,
Oh, we do. We got someone in
and they
Atlanta.
say the
Who's that? Oh,
audio
I
is
see you
solid.
over there. You know what? Okay, I appreciate it. You, my friend, our teacher. I'm gonna give you a picture anyway, just because you jumped in the chat on YouTube. I think that's pretty amazing.
So
Okay,
he said
what were
he
you saying,
got to
Jay?
his seat. He said they got to the seats. Aaron Judge hits the home run basically as soon as they got to the seat. And then they watched like two more innings and then just decided to leave because they got what they came there for. came there for.
It did just dip right
Yep.
after that. He might have hit another one or something though. Good Lord. But just in case Carson is listening to, I'm glad he was there, but I need him to know that somebody was talking about him at the school today, said his coaching pants are a little bit too tight.
That must have been
That he
love,
needs-
wasn't it? He got
he
the bell bottoms.
he
It
needs
had
to
to have
get a
been
bigger
love.
pair of pants when he's wearing them on the sideline at the games.
John
but-
says the guy who caught the ball is married to a former Bachelor contestant, so he
What?
has some good luck.
Good Lord. First of all, how does John know this information?
I don't know, man. John knows everything.
TMZ. So how do you know this information? Good Lord. I guess I need to study some more. Okay. Thank you. Where is he? Appreciate you, Bob. You the man. Are you trying to bribe me for a picture or a jersey? What are you trying to do here? Make sure you guys. Well, make sure you put your. Well, you don't even pay for drinks here, I don't think, do you? Or food.
Oh, what's up with that, Calvin? Come on, man.
Mock up. At least get a mock receipt. Put it in a picture, and then I'll pull that out at 9:00. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to throw who said that about Carson under the bus, but all I can say is you were spot on, JT.
I knew who it was.
Because normally he's the one that had those tight ass pants on at the game. So for you guys in here that don't know, I'm also the athletic director at John Paul II High School, just right down the road. That's why this is my friendly place to be, to come grab some wings. I do like their wings here, and fried pickles that I tend to eat often. But tonight, it looks like I'm going to be eating a lot of liquid because you guys are very generous on the drinks out here. But that does not mean that I'm going to sing during the karaoke period a little later on tonight, which starts at about 10:00 or so. They do karaoke Wednesday through Sunday nights here. I'm out, bro. I don't even sing in the shower. So I'll give you a little hum, or something like that. But that's about it. Yeah, give you some finger snaps or whatever. Okay. So anything else you need to say about Judge? I want to see how much the guy's going to sell the ball for.
Oh, well, the other thing I had to say about Judge was I know it's not his fault, but I did not appreciate the cut-ins away from my football games, because if I wanted to watch his games, I would have just watched the Yankees. And I also feel bad for him because there are a lot of people who are watching college football that do not watch baseball that had to watch these cut-ins. And if you had only known who Aaron Judge was based on these cut-ins, you would have thought he was sorry, because every time they cut in, he was striking out. So kind of feel bad for him, but at the same time, I'm mad at him because I just wanted to watch my football games.
Okay. So let me say this to you. I heard this today. I think this is pretty awesome, and I'd like to hear you guys' take. I'd like to hear JT's take on this. I was told that there's only, I don't know if it was today or whenever the last baseball game is, but they played all the baseball games at the same time, 3:00. They said they're all going to start at 3:00. I didn't understand why until someone said, hey, they do that so people can't decide whether or not they're going to play, who you're going to watch, and all that kind of stuff. And saying maybe they should try to do that in the National Football League when it becomes playoff time. It's week 17, and there are games, where other teams are watching to say, okay, do we need to win this game or not?
Oh, they should totally do that. Yes.
And this would take away everything. Everybody play at noon or 3:25 or
100%.
whatever it is. And that way you don't have an advantage that you can't wait to see if I need to play my starters.
100%. Soccer does this too. They play, especially when they're in a tournament playing for some kind of cup. If you're in the same side of the bracket, both of you guys play at the same time. Yes, 100% they should do that.
So I wonder why does that mess with what could be the downside for television?
TV ratings. You can't as a fan, you can't watch both. You got to pick one or flip between the two, but you can't watch one and then sit and watch the other.
Well, Red Zone's kind of ruined that for all of us anyway, because we're watching all the games, just the scoring plays. That is such an ADD thing. Yeah, I hear you laughing over about that because man, it's just like it's so much going on. We're gonna go to 4 screens right
The
now
Octo
because
Box.
everyone's in there. Yeah. Like, oh good lord, and it's even worse because I play a whole lot of fantasy football. So I'm really checking out all of them. I behaved this past week though. I did not do that. I did not watch the red zone. I watched a single game.
Red zone costs too much.
Anybody want to guess why? Because I went to the Cowboy game, so there's only one game on. Then when I came home, there was only one game
John
on that night.
said, "Just get 3 TVs, game in each one." Hey,
Oh yeah.
I won't lie. I do this. I will put a game on the TV, and then I'll put a game on my iPad, and then I'll put a game on my phone if it really gets that important. But I usually have the iPad and the TV going at the same time, so I can keep tabs on games. But this is what I do when Alabama's blowing people out, and on principle, I don't change the Alabama game, so I'll pull out my iPad and watch something else.
Okay. I like your segue there to talk about Alabama football because first I have to admit, and I'm almost ashamed to say this because I had a hard time watching the Alabama Arkansas game, even though it was a good football game. You know, there was some drama going on. Bryce Young gets hurt, but JT, I had a problem, man. I had a problem because we had guests over the house and they weren't paying attention to the game. They were talking too much, y'all. They were just going on, and I'm frustrated. You know, I almost want to like kick them out. Like, no, man, I'm trying to watch the game. Anybody ever get like that? Bob, you get like that? Well, they're just going, yeah. I'm trying to turn the TV up loud. I'm giving all kind of hints. You know, I'm pacing. I'm doing whatever I can do.
He said, "Is that why I got TV in the bathroom?"
Yes, that is. Oh man, it was frustrating. I'm like, no, y'all not paying attention to the game here, man. The quarterback's out, you know, and they're just chatting because you know who it was. It was Trey and Kelly Connor. So they're not Alabama fans. They don't really care. He's a Texas fan or OU fan or whatever.
That's all the more reason he should have been watching the game. Figure out how to win some football games.
Oh, shots fired! Shots fired! So anyway, I didn't get to analyze it enough. All I know is I got worried when they started.
When they scored
Coming
23
back.
points in the third quarter.
Yes, so I was starting to sweat, and nobody was really paying any attention because all they wanted to do was eat the pork butt that I had smoked and all that kind of stuff, and talk about other stuff. Um, so I was worried about it. Now I don't know what the deal is. Oh, come on, NFC. JT, I can't even believe you put that on the screen.
Well, I just needed to play this sound.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I should send you this picture. Do you have a way to send a picture up here? I need you to send this picture because I'm still collecting bets from when Alabama beat Texas A&M. I mean Texas. So I got a shipment coming from Seattle, Washington, from one of my buddies up there who has to give me a gift. Um, anyway, so I'm watching this game. Bryce Young gets hurt. All right, we don't really know what's going on. We know it's going to be a hot topic. Arkansas starts coming back. All I'm thinking about is Jermaine Love getting ready to start texting me or something because he's an Arkansas fan. And then Milrose breaks one off for 74 yards or whatnot. So is this dude like the next Derrick Henry or who is this guy, man?
You know, they say I have no reason to not believe the players and the coaching staff for Alabama, but they say that Jalen Milroe is the fastest player on the team.
Faster than Jamar Gibbs?
Faster than Jahmyr Gibbs. That's what they say. I don't
Jameer's
know.
kind of fast.
He is. He is.
Well, he didn't get caught. And
He reminds me of Alvin Kamara.
I know, but is he's not going to be an NFL quarterback.
Oh, and Milroe?
I don't think.
Why not?
Yes.
Lamar Jackson do the same thing. He is Lamar Jackson.
Hey, listen, did you see the way? Oh, you're a Ravens fan or what are you talking about? But you got a cowboy hat on. He's like, well. You're in Dallas. Oh, that's why you're at this bar. I should have known. So this is a Ravens bar. I got to do better. I got to do better. I know. I know. But so I watched his throwing mechanics. It just looks weird to me. That's my best way to put it. I say weird. It just seems. I don't know. It just bothers me. We're around high school kids. Do you see? We know what quarterbacks look like that can throw. We know what quarterbacks look like that they can't throw. And it just technically it just bothers me. Now I'm not a pro scout. I'm just an analyst. So I don't know. I'm just glad to see that we were able to run the ball when we need to run the ball and go ahead and get the game back in hand. Because how's this going to lead JT into this game? You know, if Bryce Young is day to day, maybe he plays, maybe he doesn't. Do we even want to try to get him back, or do we just roll the cards with Milrow?
All right. Well, I do believe that we can beat Texas A&M without Bryce Young. If Appalachian State can beat Texas A&M, we can beat Texas A&M with a backup quarterback. That's just the reality of the situation. So, I mean, I would play Bryce if I think that he's healthy. If we deem him to be healthy, then I'd play him. I think there is a lot riding on this game, which is, you know, why the question is what it is. When we get to that, I won't spoil it. But I think that
just showing that to everybody. This is the picture. So I'm giving away 3 of these tonight here at the bar. Here, why don't you walk up here and come get this? Yep. Congratulations, brother. All right. Sorry,
I think we should be okay. I mean, I think that if Jalen Milrow is given a week with the ones, you know, if you go into the game knowing that Jalen Milrow is the guy and he's going to play, I think you see a much better showing than everything's going fine. You're up 28-0, and then you're thinking you're not going to get in the game, and then all of a sudden, oh, whoops, Bryce is hurt. So now you got to go play. I think if you have a game plan where Jalen Milrow is in, I mean, because mechanics aside, Jalen Milrow throws well enough. I mean, we've seen him in college games. He's got an arm as far as throwing deep balls, and I think if he gets reps with the ones, he'll be just fine. I'm not particularly worried about it.
Well, I appreciate that because he underthrew Burton by a long way.
He did.
Way in that game. I mean, it was bad. But I shouldn't be that hard on him. Yeah, you're probably right. I just want to go in. So you brought this up a little bit earlier, JT. If we, I'm saying blow out Texas A&M. To me, I know you said 40 points, but I think the spread is 24 points.
Yes.
25 points, 24 points, whatever it is. If we cover, it's just like ruin the whole A&M program. Jimbo Fisher, what happens with the A&M program if they get blown out by Alabama and Tuscaloosa, particularly because they got #1 class, recruiting class, and all this? They can't score any points. I guess their defense is okay, but they're not scoring any points. So just crush them.
Yeah. So
back
yeah. So the question that I was thinking about was like, is this? I said the death of a program. I really meant like a huge decline. So this is. And it was kind of funny because I forgot that Jimbo for a second. I forgot that Jimbo coached at Florida State, and I remember there are moments in time. And I know nobody really wants to admit this, but there are moments in time when we have those opening games and Alabama absolutely backhands the team, and then they're never the same. Exhibit A, USC. They came in. Alabama beat them like 56-3, and USC ain't been the same since.
Yep.
Louisville got smacked around their first week. They hadn't been the same since. Florida State was supposed to be pretty good. The quarterback got hurt. Alabama ran all over them. They ain't been the same since. Yep. Miami.
Not my Miami year, but the Miami a few years ago.
Yeah. Things like that happen. So then I started thinking about this morning. Was like, if you watch A&M play, especially this last game against Mississippi State, it kind of already looks like the players are on the verge of quitting on Jimbo.
Ooh, that won't be good.
So you got that. That's just to my eye. You got that. You've got the fact that they beat Alabama last year. You've got them having the number 1 recruiting class over Alabama, who was number 2. You've got the fact that Jimbo and Saban had a huge public beef at the beginning of the year. And it's an enormous recruiting weekend. These are the recipes of Saban deciding that he's going to run the score up.
He wants to do that anyway, just because of all the trash talk that was going on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there is extra motivation to turn this from hey, we're going to get up by 35 and we're going to call the dogs off and just control the game and get out of here, to I'm going to try to put up 70 and hold you to no points and make this look like an Ohio State score. And so then I'm thinking, I was like, if that happens, is it possible that Jimbo gets fired and this experiment at Texas A&M is over? And before you say, well, he's a 10-year, $100 million coach, here's what I would say is that, one, the athletic director.
Hold on, JT. You can't see everybody here shaking their head like,
Wait a minute. Let me finish. Because the athletic director is not going to do it. I don't think the school and the athletic department is like, oh, we got to get rid of Jimbo. That's never going to happen. But what could happen is that the same thing that happened with Paul Chryst. Wisconsin did not want to fire Paul Chryst. But some booster with a big check just said, hey, look, I will pay his buyout to get him out of here. And if you don't get him out of here, then I'll just stop donating. And then the athletic department's hands are tied. And they just say, well, we got to go. Because you can't lose to Mississippi State, App State, and then get blown out by Alabama.
Yeah, but who are they going to hire next year? Even if they did fire him.
Doesn't matter. Well, who is Wisconsin going to hire? Who is Nebraska going to hire? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Who is Arizona State going to hire? They gave Mel Tucker $94 million at Michigan State for going 5-7 at Colorado. And the school didn't pay him any of that. The boosters paid all that money. And now, I think it's the same way.
How's that working out?
But that's what I'm saying.
Who's they gonna hire?
They're going to hire you because
It's gonna be a Nick Saban.
John says Jimbo to West Virginia.
Come on, man.
Jimbo to West Virginia. It don't matter. Nah, Nick Saban ain't going anywhere right now. When he done, he done. He's not going to the pros. Okay, so I guess this makes me scratch my head because we had already talked about this offline. That Jimbo's record right now is the same as what's the former coach that they
Kevin
fired
Sumlin.
right at this time? Kevin Sumlin. It's exactly the same. Might even be worse now. And they got rid of him. So
Yeah, I don't think that Jimbo is that guy. I really don't. Oh, I got a sound for that.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
I know, but it becomes a money play as JT is explaining, it becomes a money play. That how do you get out of that if a booster doesn't
If
pay?
you got a
'Cause if you
booster
gotta
that just
get
says that
one-
I'll just pay it for him to go away, I think that makes it a whole lot easier.
what do you got to do just to drop 75 million real easy and just say,
I
yeah,
don't know.
let me
The
just go
dude,
ahead and buy out.
the dude from Rocket Mortgage is apparently the guy who hired Mel Tucker at Michigan State for $94 million. So I guess it's somebody like that. You know, here's another thing we should talk about. We always talk about the impatience that is in college football. And we see that, you know, we talk about it in the transfer portal. We talk about it with coaches getting fired in week 3, week 4, I guess week 5 with Paul Chryst. What I don't understand is with the lack of patience, why is it that coaches are getting these 10-year contracts if you're only going to give them 2 or 3 years to try to turn it around?
Those are called good agents. Because, yeah, that doesn't really make sense. I mean, it almost needs to be like players that you want to sign a shorter deal unless, you know, maybe they need to have like some kind of cap for coaches where
That's not
where
happening.
where there's a, you know, what hits you so much that you can only spend so much for a coach the next time. So you spend $100 million, you know, your cap number is whatever, and then
And then if you fire him, you got to go hire a scrub.
you gotta, hey man. I mean, that's what they're doing with these with the players in the National Football League. You give them too much money, you're gonna be stuck. Or you know, maybe there's some rules where you can backload it, or you know what I mean. Where yeah, it's a $100 million contract, but year 1, 2, and 3, you're making whatever. You know, $1 million, then $5 million, then $10 million, then it kind of escalates, and we can get out of this after 3 years and only lose, you know, 50 million instead of 75 million. I don't know. That could be kind of interesting.
I think that would go to the contract like Bill Self has at Kansas, the basketball coach, the lifetime. He has a lifetime contract where it's just a 1-year deal that auto renews every year until he decides to leave. But he can't leave for another college. He can only leave for his options are retire or go to the pros.
Okay. Well, all right. So spread or spread's 24. What is the over under?
The over under is 51,
So
which means it's like 30 something to 7 or no 40. Oh, damn, how did I do this?
you're the mathematician.
I know,
man.
and I mess this up every time. Where's my calculator?
It's just favored by 24. So you're taking the over. Well,
I'm taking.
Yeah. you're
Well,
taking the over.
I don't. Yeah,
You
I
said
mean,
the over is what? 50?
the over under is 51.
So let's say they scored. Texas A&M going to score 2 touchdowns. They scored 2 touchdowns
So
and 2
what I
field
have,
goals.
37 to 13 is 50. Yeah, so 37-13 or 37-14. Something like that.
I just don't know. I think it's 37 with Jalen with I guess say with a healthy Bryce, it's 40 something.
Yeah, I agree. Right now, my hot take is Alabama minus anything. They're at home. Nobody is satisfied with how the A&M game went. Like, this is just the making of. This is how to get your butt kicked 101. Thanks, Jimbo.
Okay.
And they're coming off another road game. This is.
Wait, last thing about this, and then I got to give away another picture because I want you to. What's going to happen pregame, postgame? Saban and Jimbo? Is this cordial as it can be? Is this a way? What happens with all the beef? Is it their quick conversation at the beginning of the game, not the normal stand around like most coaches do and hug and chat? Is this just hey, we walk up and hey, all right, get out of my face? And then at the end of the game, ooh,
My
it's gonna
my
be
guess
tricky.
my guess is there's no conversation before the game. There's a quick but decent enough handshake after the game. I think anything other than that might be a bad look on Jimbo.
Okay, well, who gives the firmer handshake at the end? Because you're not going to see that part. They grab on the shoulder and they shake your hand. Which one of them is giving the "oh, I can't stand you" handshake?
No, that's gonna be Jimbo because Saban's just gonna be like, "Yep, that's what we do. Get back in the media, go buy the rest of your players, and we gonna beat you anyway." Because Jimbo has been taking stabs at Alabama, not just this summer. He said it last summer during his little quarterback Rotary Club. Somebody asked him, what does it take to beat a Saban team, and he was like, "I didn't." Something like it doesn't matter. We're gonna kick Alabama's ass while we're here, or while Saban's still coaching, or something like that. So I'm sure he didn't like that either. That was 2 years ago. So there might be some comeuppance here, and I just don't think that A&M right now is in the position to rise to the occasion like Texas was.
Okay. All right. So I got another giveaway on the picture. My last one for this evening. I'll probably do this again next weekend. Which, by the way, not on October 19th. Make sure you say the date. Tony Dixon is going to be a guest of ours. Tony Dixon played at the University of Alabama as a safety, played for the Dallas Cowboys as well. He will be in the house here at the Lantern at 6205 Court Road in Plano. So he is our next guest that we have lined up for sure to come in. So to give away this picture, all this is just off the cuff. Okay, so um, I went with we had the guy that jumped on the YouTube, and then we had the distance. Maybe I can ask a question here for interaction. And it would be an easy one if they actually walked up here to the table or looked at these other pictures. Unless JT got a better idea on maybe a question that I could use or something that I could use to. JT wanted me to, nothing. Forget it. Okay, so to the crowd for this last picture of me carrying the flag out here. So I was drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 1993. I came to the Cowboys in what year? Oh, he got it right out the chute. Come on, get your picture. He said 1996 is my first year with the Dallas Cowboys. Congratulations. Everybody give a round of applause. Hit the round of applause. For that.
There it is.
Bam. 1996. So I think we talked about it already. What number did I wear in 1996? 30. Yes. Why did I wear 30? How about that? No, but he said Williams wore 31. I did not play with Roy Williams.
Way to go, Trey.
Yeah, so we're gonna start crazy. No, he said I wore 30 in college. That's a boo. That's a boo. Hold on, right here. First of all, I got this picture right behind me in my jersey. If there's a giveaway. Okay. No, anybody know why I wore? Who wore number 31 in 1996. What? I could yeah, I appreciate you still buttering it up for me over here. I can't believe no one really knows this. See? And I told you, there's one guy in here on their phone trying to find it out.
I know the answer.
There's one guy. I know you know the answer, JT. You can't tell me. I'll wait for someone to tell
Glenn
me.
Ziegler says because you carried 30 pounds of sugar.
Oh, all right. It's good to see her in here. Nice to see you, Gwen. We had to catch up. Get me, you, Consuelo, your husband together for some dinner. There it is. Somebody. Brock Marion, Ward number 31. He was the starting safety. I was not the starting safety when I got here.
One eternity later.
Okay. All right. So make sure that you guys are putting your receipts in there because just on this next little break, get your. Are there any receipts in that picture?
Yeah,
Jason?
I mean you got 2 minutes.
Are
2
there any
minutes.
receipts in that picture? Are there any receipts in that picture? Okay. All right. Just want to make sure they're in there because we got about 2 minutes when we get ready to pull for this jersey. Okay. All right. Let's start talking about the Cowboys a little bit.
All right.
Dallas Cowboys got the Rams on Sunday at 3:25. Please make sure that you guys are tuning in to college game day.
You can watch
Cowboys
College Game Day. It's going to Lawrence because Kansas is 5-0 and A&M is terrible.
You know what? After they went 4-0, I said they wouldn't win another game. So I think Kansas is. I'm getting off topic now, but Kansas is playing
TCU.
Good
old Carson Collins versus Nick Renato.
I'm taking TCU.
Really?
Just because I think
we can do
Kansas,
picks.
man. Kansas got to lose.
It's just the way it works. Hey, we can do picks. We can do picks after we talk about the Cowboys.
All right. So the Cowboys going up to the Rams. I haven't been. What I was saying is make sure. So on Sundays at 10:30, I am on television on CBS 11 as a Cowboys analyst. It is a live show. I really enjoy doing it. So make sure you guys tune in that for me to help support me there a little while to talk about this. And one of the things I'm talking about is the Rams have lost both of their games when the opposing teams average more than 4 yards a carry running the ball. So 49ers, who was the other team? They lost to. But anyway, when they held them under that, the Rams ended up winning the game. So we got to be able to run the ball with Zeke. And I really think it needs to be Zeke, but not necessarily. I haven't watched the All 22 yet, but I will tomorrow because based upon what I saw with the 49ers playing them on Monday night, it was in between the tackles and they were gashing them big time. So I feel like Zeke may have a big day against them. But they do have Cooper Kupp, JT. They're going to throw the ball to a lot. I don't know if that's enough for them to beat us with. And then, of course, they got that other man on the other side. Y'all know who I'm talking about? That other man they got on defense? The other
Aaron Donald?
Yeah, Aaron Donald, which, by the way, there's a couple plays. They didn't even block the 49ers. They just turned their back on them like, you block him this time. So I'm a little bit worried about that with our run game as well. Going up there with Cooper, Dak's not going to play, it seems like. So I think that Cooper Rush can still pull this out if we can run the ball. A little bit more healthy Gallup and CeeDee Lamb coming on. Maybe Schultz shows up at some point in time here because he's kind of been out of the picture for a little bit. I think we got a good chance to go in and get an upset, because I'm assuming we're not favored to win this game. I didn't look,
I will look right now.
particularly because we're on the road. I would think it would be kind of close, but I don't think Matt Stafford is healthy. I think he's still playing a little bit hurt.
All right. So the line on this is Jesus. It is Rams minus 5.5.
Whoa.
The matchup predictor for from ESPN says that the Cowboys have a 25.4% chance of winning the game, according to ESPN's Football Power Index.
So if I put down $100, how much do I win?
If you put down $100 on the Cowboys, I think you win $196. I think that's how the money line works.
That's not enough. That ain't worth it.
I
Y'all don't think that's worth it? 100 to put down 100 to win 96, or to win 196. So I give them 100, I'm going to get 296 back.
Nah, it's been a while since I looked at how the money line works. But
No, I'm out on that. I'd rather go to Choctaw and play some.
yeah, the underdog.
Perhaps.
So using
on
$100 as a standard betting unit, a bettor would have to wager $100 to win the amount listed. So yes, you bet $100, you get your $100 back plus the 196.
Okay.
So you would get $296 back.
I know. I don't know if that's enough for me. I need to take a long shot on something. But anyway, I'm not going to bet on them anyway. I was just talking. Because I need to win some of these fantasy football games. Did y'all know I'm in like 8 fantasy football leagues? Not like you, man. You got that nice Lexus out here with your name on the parking spot out here. No bus with me, Bob. You got your own little spot out here. Front row parking. That's right. I had to park way down there by the shopping center. And I do appreciate it very much. I do appreciate it. Okay, so let's get this jersey away, and then we can get back to this. So, can someone pull that picture over? Oh, look at here. This you that did all this nice folding of the. Yeah, see this? Okay, so I got a blue Cowboy jersey over here that I'm gonna give away. Look at him. I want to get security over here, man. He over here like if you don't pull my thing out of here, if you don't pull my name out of this bucket. Okay.
Wrong button.
Oh, you wrote all these?
Yeah.
I think that says Derek. Is there a Derek here? All right, Derek. Come on up. Yes, sir. My man, Derek. Congratulations, man. Boy, Derek swole too, man. Come on here, boy. I'll make sure you get this, boy. Golly. I'm going to sign this for you. So y'all be patient as y'all listen to this or whatnot. I'm going to run it up here and I'm going to put Defender the Star on it. All right? You good with that, Derek? Mm-hmm.
All right, I've picked out maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Bam.
6 games to pick against the spread when we're ready.
Okay.
6 college games, that is.
Woo. Congratulations, brother. It's all yours. It's all yours. Oh, here, come on. Come on, stand over here, take a picture.
Say cheese.
I mean, the only way that could be better if T.O. signed over there.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, crickets. Okay, so, first of all, JT, before you get to the college stuff, who are you taking the Cowboys and Rams?
I picked the Cowboys. I figured if the 49ers
To
could hold
cover
them. No, I
or to
picked them
win?
straight up. I think that if the I probably shouldn't though. Like Cooper Rush is due to lose. Like, come on, man. 6-0. This just is a little ridiculous. But
Records being broke, man, this week. Records being broke.
well, he already broke his record. You know what I'm saying? Like his record was 4. It was the first one to start 4-0.
He
So,
hit his home run already. is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah.
Okay.
But I looked at the 49ers defense being able to hold down the Rams and don't really understand why the Cowboys can't do that. So
So here's my one thing. I was going to say this on Sunday, but I'm going to say it to this group here because I appreciate you guys being out here and tuning in to Teague's Take. I was a little upset with Micah on what he said. Did y'all hear what he said after one of the interviews he gave? They asked him about the defense and how good it was, and he said, "Hey, we're just going to keep getting better and better and better and better." So he gave some bulletin board material that bothered me. He said, "Hey, the first game we gave up, what did they give up? 19 points." He said, second game we gave up 17 points. Third game we gave up 16 points, and then this past game they gave up, what was it? Whatever it was, wasn't much.
it was 17, 16, 10.
10. So he says, so next game, 7. I'm like, no. Don't do that. Just say we're going to get better. Don't put a number on this thing because now he gave a specific number saying, hey, we're going to hold the Rams to 7 points. That's the way I'm taking it as this person listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Kupp ain't going to like that. Cam Akers ain't going to like that.
I saw a tweet because that Jeffrey Dahmer documentary just came out and everybody's been watching it. And I saw a tweet that said if I wanted to watch a white man killing everybody, I'd just watch Cooper Kupp.
Yes, because he is that dude. He is that dude. And I think they're going to end up putting him over there on Anthony Brown's side since we do not match up Diggs.
Right.
Yeah. Him. And I don't know if that would matter or whatnot. What is he saying?
This is the call on your strip. This is the quote of the announcer's call.
All right. I like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up with some picks.
Okay.
College picks. Let's see what everybody else got.
So I'm a little upset about the times of these games because this is ridiculous that these
11?
big games are being played. Yes. We have number 8 ranked Tennessee at LSU at 11 a.m. for some reason on ESPN. Tennessee is only favored by 3.
So we're picking them by the spread again.
Yeah, let's go with the spread.
I'm taking Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm taking Tennessee
Regardless.
too.
Just
Tennessee minus whatever.
Yes. Everybody agree? Yeah. You taking Tennessee? Okay. Nobody cares in Texas. It always messes me up because Tennessee calls themselves UT.
Yep.
Texas calls themselves UT. So that's from the South over in Alabama. When I hear UT, I think of Tennessee.
Yeah, John's saying ESPN gives LSU a 58% chance of winning. Dude, I don't even begin to know how that works.
I don't care. I'm out on LSU.
Shoot, me too. I've seen enough. I mean, they struggle. Anyway, let me leave LSU alone. Then we have TCU on FS1 at 11 a.m. at Kansas, the game day game. TCU minus 6.5.
Hold on, they play college football on FS1? I thought they only played high school games on FS1. What is going on? Isn't that what John Paul played on? Did we play on?
No, we played on Bally Sports.
Ain't
Bally
that the
Sports.
same thing?
Nah.
Oh. Okay, so would you say TCU's favored by what?
6.5.
At
at Kansas. Hey, the money line is actually TCU minus 250.
Ooh.
No,
Really?
that's
So
a
what does that
minus
mean?
250, which means you have to
Fine, that
bet
means,
$250 to get 100 back.
So I need to bet on Kansas.
Yes, Kansas is at 205.
Oh well.
Bet 100, get $350 or $305.
What's the spread?
TCU 6.5.
Dude, they just rolled through Oklahoma like they kicked their tails, bro.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Oklahoma's just not that good.
But KU. That's what I'm saying.
I'm taking. Look, I have a feeling that this is the makings for a shootout, and in a shootout, I'm taking the points. So I'm taking Kansas plus 6.5.
I'm gonna go against a little bit on that.
Yeah, he called you a little bit. But I am too. I'm taking TCU. I ain't calling a little bit though.
Arkansas unranked Arkansas at Mississippi State, 11 a.m.
That's
Mississippi
a bad
State
game.
minus 9.5.
That's a terrible game. I didn't even watch Mississippi State. That's terrible. Who, Mississippi State? Who? Mississippi State, they're on there like no, that's A&M on the second or third quarterback. Where's it at? It's at Mississippi State?
Yes, it is at Mississippi State.
Ooh, this ugly, man. I think I want Mississippi State to win. So I'm going to take them because we play Mississippi State. Alabama plays Mississippi State in the next game. What's Mississippi State's record?
Tennessee's next, I think.
Oh, yeah. We don't play Mississippi State till the 20th, 21st.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
Mississippi
21st.
State is 4-1
Yeah, I need them to win.
with wins over A&M, Bowling Green, Arizona, and Memphis.
Nobody.
They lost to LSU, by the way.
And Arkansas wins are
Arkansas's wins are Cincinnati, South Carolina, a scare over Missouri State.
this is bad. I'm going. I'm going home team. Give me Mississippi State. Will
Yeah.
Rogers. Isn't that a cartoon character or something? Will Rogers? Or wasn't he on a TV show or something?
Arkansas's QB apparently is in concussion protocol. I did not realize that he was in concussion protocol. I thought they just pulled him because they was getting beat.
John O is a man.
All right, Mississippi State minus 9.5.
Give it to me.
I don't think. Well, I know that Arkansas's pass defense ain't that great, and if A&M had a quarterback, that game would have gotten ugly. But whoever number 2 is, that safety from Arkansas, he's not good enough. He's just not good enough. All right, Texas at Oklahoma, Red River rivalry, Red River shootout, whatever it's called these days. 11 a.m. Texas minus 7.
That's a lot. I like Bijan, Mustard Man.
Give me Texas minus anything.
I think he takes over. Yeah. But Oklahoma can't. Didn't they lose 2 in a row?
Yeah, they lost to Kansas State and TCU. Kansas State at home, which is par for the course, and
Surely
at
they're not
TCU.
going to win 3 in a row or lose 3 in a row.
Why? I mean, have you seen who their 3 wins are? You was talking about Mississippi State's 4 wins over nobody. Bro, UTEP, Kent State, and Nebraska. Yikes. Give me Texas.
7. It's neutral site. Give me Texas.
All right. And then we have BYU 4-1 at Notre Dame 2-2. This one's for your boy. Notre Dame is favored by 3.5.
I'm taking Notre Dame.
I think so
They're
too.
getting it back together. BYU ain't all that anymore.
Yeah, they were not who they were hyped to be.
Nope.
And then the last one, A&M at Alabama. Alabama minus 24. Got to pick against the spread.
Give me Alabama and the points. If you got something to say about it, see me right after the show. Hey, you're going to get us kicked off YouTube.
I know.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. So, I don't know. I typically don't like even I thought Bama was going to mess up the spread in this Arkansas game. I was like, they're not going to cover. But they did. But I'm with you on this one, JT. I think there's a vendetta. I think our guys are going to be out. I think they're going to be more focused than ever. They don't like to be talked about. It's just that chip on the shoulder that rides with Nick Saban. At home, night game, those lights are going to be flickering on and off and all that stuff they're going to be doing. Crowd is going to be nuts because we've all been waiting on this game all year long. I think it's a very physical game, and I don't think they can complete those posts.
No, Texas A&M cannot throw the ball deep. They just can't.
So, because of that, it's a rout.
Have you seen the money line on this game?
No.
I thought it was a typo. It's A&M plus 1,350.
1,000?
1,000. Bet $100 on Texas A&M and they win. You will get a profit of $1,300.
No, I'm gonna do that just because. Who got the man know how to do that? Bob, I'm gonna give you $100. Take care of that for me, dog.
John says he wants a 77-0 beatdown so his Aggie wife can shut up.
Yeah, she must be sitting in another room somewhere right now. You're doing all that talking. I'm just happy, John. John texts me every week, JT, on Thursday. When is the podcast? When is the show?
Wait,
when is
the day after?
Yeah,
Come on, John. Be better.
Yeah,
I'm not.
like,
you know what? I'm not even asking you to be better. I'm asking you to do better.
Every time. Well.
Dude,
Okay. Yeah. I see you on it. Come on over here. Come sit in this chair over here, John. Come on. Yeah. Let's go over here. Let's see if I can get him. Let me do this. I don't know. I'm gonna turn this a little bit. So, let me get it. I'm sorry. Now that you made me turn my thing, I screwed it clear up a little bit. So this is John, JT. I don't know if his picture is clear or not.
Yeah,
that's you over here. This one over here is messing up. That's you right there. So John is the leader of our Tide in Texas group here. He does a lot of good work with a lot of charity stuff.
Nice. I need another shirt. My dad got me one a long time ago, but I was like 10, so I don't fit in that shirt no more.
I'll hook you up, JT.
Appreciate it.
I ain't got nothing free. You don't have to send him some money or something because I had to buy it. It all goes to scholarships. So we do have a George Teague and family endowed scholarship at the University of Alabama. We haven't started promoting that out here yet, but we will and try to do some things to help build up some scholarship at the University of Alabama. But you know, he's very well connected. He does a lot of work. He helps support us, JT, a lot. We got to get him out to one of the events because he don't know. Only me and Consuela go. So, all right. So go ahead and tell us what you want to say about this Alabama game this week.
I mean, I just think it's revenge, and A&M is going to get their butts kicked. And my wife is not going to be happy, and she will be forced to watch it.
Did you know? Did you know she was an A&M fan when you married her?
Yes, because when we started,
Well, back then,
talking,
A&M was in the Big 12 or
well,
whatever.
it was right after Franchione got hired to Alabama, and the only time she's been in Bryant-Denny Stadium was against Northern Illinois in 2003, Mike Shula's second year.
Don't say like you're a good husband, man. If you hadn't taken your wife more to Alabama
Hold
games.
on. Northern Illinois beat us. She
Oh,
ran her mouth. So she is banned from Bryant-Denny Stadium. She's been to 2 watch parties at Bonnie and Clyde's. We lost both. I want to say 03 or 04. And she insisted on a fall wedding. So the first game in October every year, I can't go to or watch because I'm stuck with it being her anniversary. So it's time for A&M to get beat and beat bad.
Are there any counselors in the building? It seems like you need a little bit of. Yeah, counselor, man.
hey, I know a counselor. His name is Jack Daniels.
Yes. So I'm gonna have to do a poll next time because someone, I like to drink Fireball. It's one of my shots, and someone told me I need to be drinking this Catch Fire cinnamon whiskey deal. I said, first of all, no. Catch Fire don't even sound like that's something I need to be dealing with. But anyway, man, we're glad you're here. We need to get this up. I know you're trying to get me to do some stuff for the Alumni Association or something here. But I'm glad you're out here, man, because how long did it take you to drive out here?
20 minutes. 30 minutes. Not long at all, about 20.
Lie. He was setting you up to lie.
A friend of mine was supposed to join me. We were at the Yankee game today. We went a day late. Didn't get to see Judge. And he fell asleep on the couch, and I was on my way to pick him up, and he goes, dude, I'm on the couch. I'm out. I think he drank too much beer at the game today.
Oh, well, happens sometime.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're glad you're here, brother. We're glad that
Thank
we're able to do this. I do appreciate it. So he has all of it. He already has you got 2 George Teague jerseys or just one? You got a Cowboy jersey. But you got something Alabama. Oh, I was supposed to give you. Still, did I ever give you that picture?
No, someone got in the photo.
You should have told me about. I was supposed to give you an Alabama photo or a Cowboy photo?
Alabama photo. To
Okay.
go with the Cowboy jersey so I can frame it.
Well, let's make it another meeting.
We'll do it.
Okay, I know we're over time, JT.
Very much.
Get the heck out of here. All right. But it's been a very good group out here. We do appreciate you guys coming out and support Teague's Take. Tonight, we'll continue to do this. I'll give away some more pictures next time. And if you're out here, make sure you text me and I'll bring you that Alabama picture.
All right.
For sure. I will be at the A&M game this week. We're going to fly out. Me and Consuelo are looking forward to getting into the A Club, visiting the 2012 National Championship team a little bit, going back to see my dad, in-laws. Should be a good weekend. Then I'll be flying back. Man, I'm kind of dreading that already because it's a 7 o'clock game. I'm going to have to get on the plane super early in the morning to try to make it back to CBS. But, 9:30, 10 o'clock the next day. Good Lord. It's going to be rough. And then watch the Cowboy game, man. It's going to be a tough one. Then go back to work on Monday.
Well, you making me get on a bus and go to Temple and back.
Well, when you get in the world of coaching, sometimes you got to travel a little bit. 2 hours. You got to stop at Buc-ee's. You got to get you some good.
I live like 10 minutes from Buc-ee's.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you live up there in the sticks in the country.
George, you should have taken Titan, Texas. I'm going to shamelessly plug. We have a charter flight down and back same day. Leaves from Love Field, goes down, takes you to the stadium. After the game, flies you back. You'd be back by like 2 a.m.
Yeah, but I need to do that. But
why are we just now learning about this?
Because here, I'm not on that list. I'm not on that list. I'm on the other email distribution. But that wouldn't give me any time to see my pops. That's what we're going in early to be able to go fly into Montgomery so I can see my daddy. But I should keep that in mind. Maybe the Auburn game or something. But how much is it gonna cost me though? $1,000, $1,500 bucks. What is it?
$1,000, yeah.
About $1,000. That's what you pay for a regular
Free
old
food
charter
and
flight
drink.
anyway.
Free food and drink on the plane.
No, that's $1,000 worth of food and drink. What you talking about? Free food and drink?
What
This is
size
paid for.
plane is it though?
35 passenger.
35. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure you wouldn't put me on a little 4-seater.
A single propeller plane.
We're gonna have Bug Killer dropping off the thing or whatever.
Tell you
Dusted and all that kind
and
of
tell you to parachute out.
stuff. That's right. So yeah, I had to take training course on here. Anyway, all right. So appreciate you guys. It's been fabulous. If you haven't subscribed to Teague's Take YouTube, hit the little bell on the thing and you'll know when it is.
Yeah, he's talking to you, John, every week. Every week.
I'm subscribed. I just am not smart enough to follow it.
Yeah, hit the bell. Let's do that, and you'll know what's going on. So do that. Make sure you check us out on everything we can. Follow me on @Teague Football on Twitter and Instagram. We will be back here next week to talk about this A&M game after we get this dub and the Cowboys win that we're going to get as well. So until next week, I'll talk to Calvin, see if we're going to give away some new stuff. Y'all stay tuned. Hit us up on Twitter and follow Lantern Street Grill and Tap House on Facebook as well so you know what's going on. With that, we're going to say we're out of here.